My neighbor demanded I remove my ugly hedges, or she'd take me to court, so I removed them completely. Those hedges were blocking the view of her backyard from the main road. Now everyone can see her hot tub and her affair. Her husband found out first. Those hedges had been there for 15 years. My dad planted them the summer before he passed. He spent 3 weekends digging holes, mixing soil, positioning each one perfectly along the edge of our property where it met the main road. They grew tall and thick over the years, about 8 feet high, dense enough that you couldn't see through them even in winter. I loved those hedges. They were one of the last things my dad built with his own hands. My new neighbor Diane moved in last spring, divorced, mid-40s, worked in pharmaceutical sales, and drove a white BMW. She parked crooked in her driveway every single day. First week, she introduced herself with a bottle of wine and a complaint, said the hedges blocked natural sunlight from reaching her rose garden. I nodded politely and said I'd think about trimming them. Second week, she came back, this time no wine. Said the hedges were attracting bugs, and she was worried about her outdoor entertaining space. I told her hedges don't really attract bugs any more than regular trees. She didn't like that answer. Third week, she hired a lawyer. The letter arrived on a Tuesday. Certified mail, official letterhead. Words like visual nuisance, and property value reduction, and failure to maintain neighborly standards. The letter demanded I remove the hedges within 30 days or face legal action. I called my own lawyer that afternoon. He laughed for about 10 seconds straight, then told me she had absolutely no legal case. Hedges on my property, maintained properly, not blocking any sightlines for traffic. She had nothing. But he also warned me, even a frivolous lawsuit would cost me $5,000 to $10,000 to fight. Court fees, his fees, time off work. Diane could drag this out for months, just to spite me. I thought about it for a few days, looked at those hedges every morning with my coffee, thought about my dad, thought about the money I didn't have, thought about Diane standing on her porch with her arms crossed, glaring at my property line. Then I made a decision. Fine, you want them gone so badly? They're gone? I hired a landscaping crew that weekend, told them to rip out every single hedge down to the roots. They thought I was crazy, said those hedges were mature and healthy, asked if I was sure. I told them I was sure. Took them most of Saturday. By Sunday morning, that entire property line was bare, just dirt and wood chips where 15 years of growth used to be. Diane came outside while they were loading the last of the debris into the truck. She had this satisfied smirk on her face, arms crossed, watching like she'd won some great victory. She waved at me. I waved back. What Diane didn't consider, what she never stopped to think about for even a second, was why those hedges mattered so much to her in the first place. See, her backyard faced the main road, not a quiet side street, the main road through our neighborhood. Dog walkers, joggers, families pushing strollers, cars passing by all day long. The only thing blocking the view from all those people into her backyard was my hedge line, including her new hot tub, the one she'd installed 3 weeks after moving in, the one she used frequently in the evenings, often with company that wasn't her husband, the same husband who traveled for work 3 weeks out of every month. Took about 72 hours for the neighborhood to notice. People started slowing down when they walked by. Someone posted on the neighborhood Facebook group about inappropriate public displays. Within a week, half the street knew exactly what Diane had been doing in that hot tub and exactly who she'd been doing it with. Her husband found out on a Thursday. Someone from his bowling league mentioned it casually, thought he already knew. He didn't. I was watering my front lawn that evening when he peeled out of their driveway doing at least 40 miles per hour. Suitcase, visible in the back seat. Diane chasing the car down the driveway in her bathrobe, screaming his name. She turned and saw me standing there with the hose, marched across the street, mascara running, voice shaking. You did this on purpose. You have to put them back, please. I'll pay for everything, please. I turned off the water and looked at her. I'm sorry, Diane. You wanted them gone. I can't afford to replant 15-year-old hedges.